Hi. This really isn't a tutorial. More than anything, this is a bit of an experiment. One of the things that fascinates me about creating virtual worlds or creating any world really is the power of objects and the power of the placement of objects to tell a story, and more importantly, the ability for a story to change over the course of time or over the course of exploration. So this is just me playing around with what can we do as storytellers in virtual places that help to create a narrative that the visitor will build inside their own head, a lot of which is based upon the experiences they've had in their lives. And so this little house is an experiment like that. So I wanted to see whether or not there was a way to say something about the occupant, to lead the audience to a conclusion, have an event happen that then causes the objects to then have new meaning after the event has happened. So as we walk onto the porch, looking around and just taking mental notes of what the space feels like, what the objects are in the space, and then coming into the house and sort of asking ourselves questions about who owns this house, who lives in this place, and determining a narrative based upon the things that we see and the arrangement of the things that we see. Who is this person? Where is this person? What does this person do? How are they living right now? What are the objects that are important to this person or are not important? We're really capturing a moment in time in a place. And it's a place very much like the places that we live and the choices that we make. The question is whether or not a place can change its meaning depending on what happens in the place. How are these objects different now that we know a little bit more about what's happening and who lives here? Anyone who's experienced loss of someone understands the meaning of how objects that had meaning at one point all of a sudden no longer have that meaning, because the person that instilled the importance into them is gone. So I think this is one of those opportunities where we as world creators can create narratives that are built inside of the viewers that experience them, and we can tell very deep and very rich stories without there being a lot of movement, a lot of pomp and circumstance, just a lot of quiet.